I wanted to talk about free kickoff mechanics after an onside kick, after a safety, because a lot of times we don't do this very often, and it should be pretty straightforward. But I think when we put ourselves in a different position in a safety free kick situation, then even though we should just do it like a normal free kick, because we're at different lines, sometimes I think it can mess with us a little bit. So I want to walk through this play and go through each point of it. So that way, if this happens to you in your game, you have a safety and then a free kick, how you want to move your way through it. Now, I understand that many states do kickoff mechanics differently. So from this state, it's probably different than your state, but this is from Nevada, but it doesn't matter. Use best practices to adjust and put yourself in the proper position to make these calls, or at least see the action that you need to. So we're going to start out with the play here. You could see we're doing a free kick now. Our free kick line is a 20. Our receiver's restraining line is the 30. Everything. We still have the 10 yards. We still have all the free kick rules apply. We just have to have 4 on one side, a minimum of 4 on one side of the ball. We're good here. This, like I said, this mechanic is you've got an official on the kicking line. You got an official on the receiving line. You also have the back judge who is back with the kicker in like the center judge position. If you were going to if you're going to do that in this state, that's what they do. Others will not. But as we move through, you'll see the ball is kicked, and we're going to zoom in right here. We're going to stop it right here. This is what we should all be looking at, and this is our contact zone, because everything outside of it is immaterial. There's nothing going on. This is where all the action is happening. So this is where we want our view to be. We want to be looking at this. We don't necessarily want to be looking at other things. And the reason why I brought my little arrow up is because I want to show you, look at where our official down here is looking. He's looking over here. Not really, we don't need to be looking over here. We need to be looking here. All the action's right here. The referee, or in this case the umpire, doesn't need to watch a ball carrier run. There's no defender that's going to contact anybody here. Or, whatever, kicking team, receiving team, this is all going to happen right here. So this is where we should be looking at right now as this play progresses. Now, you'll see, go back wide so you can kind of see all the action. Now you've got the runner. So now we're back to what are we looking at now? Once again, we've gone through that initial zone. Now we have blocks to look at. So you have a referee up here. Referee's probably going to be it's definitely going backside here and here. These are still potential issues. This is a point of attack block. This official should probably be going here, because you've got an official who's down here who's probably going here. You've got, like I said, the back judge who's in the middle of the field is most likely going here, and this official can help with backside action as well, but it's probably going in this area. All of these engagements should be seen, even in a crew of 5, based off of the action right now of what's going on. So as we move the play forward, it goes back wide, you're going to zoom in, you're going to see the arrow. There's a block that's going to occur right here. And it's going to be a block in the back. And you can see the player goes down. Now, you can make the argument, possibly, that he was behind the play. But in this case, that player is still in pursuit, and this is a block in the back that's out in the open. Now, the referee catches this block and throws a flag. So, before we move on, you could see why we pointed it out, because we had one official who might not have been looking in the right spot. We have another official who is looking in the right spot. But when we're in an onside kick situation, we still have to cover it like we would any other free kick and find those engagements. All right, so let's walk through it now again. So now the referee has the flag for this block in the back. And the referee's going to adjust the flag to the spot. I want you to look at the referee. I want you to look at his body language. Adjust the spot, kind of directs, tells everybody what to do. All right, gives a signal, kind of, there it is, blah, blah. Kind of walks around. You know, it's a good call, but let's get everybody. All right, got the flag. Pick up the flag. All right, we ready? Everybody's kind of moving around. He's getting on the radio. He's explaining to the line judge what's going on because the coach wanted to know. And now we're ready to go. Looks okay, right? Well, let me tell you one thing. It doesn't look okay. This particular referee looks lackadaisical. Looks like he doesn't care. Like just kind of feel the flame, blah, blah. No sense of urgency. There's no purpose to the movement. It's wandering. Who's the referee? The referee's me. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage. I need to be better than that. I look like I don't care. I look like I don't want to be there. Maybe I didn't, but I shouldn't look like I don't want to be there. That's for sure. And it comes up on film. It shows on film when you look like that. Now, maybe some of you said, oh, it looked fine to me. And that's fine. Maybe that is, but it didn't look fine to me. When I saw this, I'm like, I don't want to appear that way. I want to look crisp. I want to look like Bam. I don't want anybody to question my effort. I don't want anybody to question why I'm there. And in this particular one, I question it. I question myself. Now, I'm going to bring Bill in on this because Bill and I showed this to Bill, and Bill was like, I don't know. But Bill, I mean, we have to be hard on ourselves because how are we going to get better, right?
Yeah, it's it. I always said you have to hold yourself to a higher standard than anybody else does. It's great to get feedback, great to get evaluated, great to have mentors, all those things. But you have to be your toughest critic. Hold yourself to a higher standard. Now, that being said, yeah, okay, I can see some of the points that you're talking about. Don't jump off the bridge over this one, okay?
Don't turn in my flag. Don't turn in my white hat. I'm done.
I'll get you a free membership to MIBT so you can work out. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, I could see that, but I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like you just want to do the better. You know, you want to be better. You want to look crisp. And Mike, I mean, obviously Bill said it right. I mean, maybe I am being a little bit too hard on myself, but I think if we're not, how are we gonna get better, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Even if you have observers, even if you have graders, they're going to miss stuff. And they're going to give you feedback that you may or may not be able to use. But if you grade your own film, you actually can use that, put it in your toolbox and use it. You know what you want to see. You know how you want it to look. And yeah, I mean, nobody else's opinion is going to matter as much as yours.
Yeah, that's the truth. And this was one of those where I actually thought the call was a very good call. I liked the call. I liked where I was looking as a referee, but I just didn't like the execution after that. And it's all one thing. You can't just take one thing and go, I freaking nailed that call. You got to do it. You got to finish it. You got to put the cherry on the top. You got to look great. So do what you can here to look the part. And if you don't want to do this, fine. I mean, just don't do it. Do something else. But I learned from that, and I am going to be better for it and doing it. But the most important part of that clip was to make sure that we are looking in the right spots on free kicks, specifically on safety free kicks when we're in a little bit different position. Don't forget the basics on that one.